As you settle in for the night, let the soft sounds and gentle whispers guide you into a deep and restful sleep. As the sun fell over New York City's skyline, Sarah, a young woman, sat alone in her apartment, looking out the window at the dazzling lights below. She couldn't help but feel a desire in her heart, as if something was missing from her existence. Her phone rang just then. Her friend invited her to join her for a night out at a trendy Manhattan rooftop bar. Sarah paused for a bit before grabbing her coat and heading out. When she went out into the crowded streets, she couldn't help but feel a rush of exhilaration flood over her. She adored the vitality of New York at night, and how the streets were alive with people, music, and lights. She went to the rooftop bar and caught up with her friend. Sarah couldn't help but notice a man sitting alone at the bar while they sipped cocktails and spoke. He was tall, with dark hair and piercing blue eyes that seemed to look straight into her soul. This was Jack. They clicked immediately, laughing and talking as if they had known each other for years. Then Jack took Sarah on a romantic boat trip around the Statue of Liberty. As the yacht sailed into New York Harbor, Sarah couldn't help but feel her heart flutter as Jack went in to kiss her. The wind rushed through her hair as the sun sank over the city, putting a glow over everything. Jack's delicate yet passionate kiss took Sarah's breath away. She could feel his breath on her skin and the warmth of his lips against hers. She encircled him and drew him in closer. As their lips connected, it appeared as if all the stars aligned and the world around them had disappeared. It was a magnificent moment that Sarah would never forget. Sarah and Jack's bond got stronger over time, but when Jack was granted the opportunity to work on a project in Europe for a few months, Sarah couldn't help but notice the distance between them. Despite their promises to make their relationship work, communication between them became rare. Sarah met another man named David while dealing with her long-distance relationship with Jack. He was pleasant, humorous, and observant. At that moment, he was everything that Jack wasn't, and Sarah fell for him. David would take Sarah on romantic walks in Central Park and surprise her with a cooked picnic lunch. They could converse for hours, laughing and enjoying each other's company. David also took her on a hot air balloon flight over the city, where they shared a bottle of champagne and watched the sunset. It was a memorable experience for her. Sarah couldn't deny her feelings for David, but she couldn't shake her affection for Jack either. She felt terrible for even thinking about being with someone else, but she couldn't stop herself from attaching to David. Jack returned to New York, forcing Sarah to decide and choose between the two men. She finally told Jack about her doubts and her beautiful moments with David. Jack expressed his concerns and insecurities about their relationship and his feelings for her. They both decided that their love was worth fighting for, and they were eager to work together to resolve their concerns. They took a romantic trip to the mountains, where they rekindled their love and made new commitments to one another. They returned to New York City with a new sense of dedication and a stronger bond. Sarah understood that true love is not always simple, but it is always worthwhile. She was determined to make things work with Jack and said goodbye to David, understanding that their love was not meant to be. They returned to the rooftop bar a few years later, where they had first met. They grinned at each other, remembering their journey to that point, the ups and downs, the love and heartbreaks. But most significantly, they placed their love for each other, a love that has stood the test of time. They clutched hands and whispered, "I love you," as they gazed out at the metropolitan skyline, knowing they had found their fate in one other. They knew they had met their absolute love, their soulmate, in the world's most beautiful and dramatic city, New York. Sweet dreams.